Are parading postward tonight's first race. Fillies and mares, condition pacers, 4-year-olds and under, racing 1 mile. Purse $2,000. Field of 10, there are no changes. Number 1, Show Me Love, owned by Kurt Loning of Columbus. Laverne Gales is the trainer. Dave Miller drives. Number 2, Tucson Princess, owned by Richard Stevens and Sal Nasser of Columbus. Roy Murphy, the trainer. Donovan Jr. 3, Megan Monroe, owned by Tom Hall of Mount Vernon. Eric Hall trains. Tom Hall driving. The 4, Manhattan Madam, owned and trained by Ray Bell to Westerville with Darren Mauser. 5, Telltale Heart, owned by William Lilly of Hawkinsville, Georgia. Jim Perry, the trainer. Jim Perry Jr. The 6, Johanna, owned by Bob Griffith. Robert Burns trains with Hugh Beatty Jr. Number 7, Clambered Hag, owned by Augie Blevins of Springfield. Alan Regal trains for Jeff Out. The 8, Tucson's Fair Lady, owned by Terry Ader and Carvel Simmons. Brent Ader trains for Ryan Holton. The 9, Taylor Tomar, owned by Ken Dollar and Peggy Dugan of Washington Courthouse. Peggy Dugan is the trainer. Mike Wilder the bike. And number 10, Short Feathers, owned by Norman Kruger of Medina. Jim Kiesel is the trainer. Joe Essick Jr. in the sulky. Win Play Show pacing fillies and mares are on behind the gate. The gate swings into the backstretch, and there they go. And they're off, and it's Manhattan Madam, the first to leave. From the outside, Johanna showing some early gate speed. Towards the inside, it's Tucson Princess. Angling into 4th comes Megan Monroe. To the inside, 5, Show Me Love. At the wheel in 6th, Short Feathers. 2 lengths 7th, Telltale Heart. Other 2 lengths 8th, Clambered Hag. Then that's a gap of 3 lengths 9th, Tucson's Fair Lady. The trailer 10th, Taylor Tomar. As they round the first turn, it's Manhattan Madam calling the shots here. The opening quarter in 28 3. And parked to the outside, Tucson Princess as she makes her bid for the lead. Tucson Princess surging to the front here. Show Me Love is also out and moving. At the rail, Manhattan Madam is now 3rd. Johanna follows 4th. 3 lengths 5 to Megan Monroe. Another 2 lengths to Short Feathers. At the rail, Telltale Heart. To the outside comes Clambered Hag, followed by Tucson's Fair Lady. Taylor Tomar is the trailer. They're at the half in 57 1. Show Me Love has made the front. She now takes a lead, and she leads by 2. Tucson Princess on the inside is 2nd. Manhattan Madam is 3rd at the rail. Racing 4th comes Johanna now. At the rail in 5, Megan Monroe. To the outside is 6th, Short Feathers. They race down the back stretch. And on the front with the lead, it's Show Me Love, heavy favorite here. She leads by a length, but Johanna now moving steadily on the outside to pressure. Tucson Princess is locked in 3rd. Short Feathers with a perfect trip here. 2nd over racing 4th. 3/4, 126 4, and the field tightens up on Show Me Love, but she continues the lead here on the outside. Here comes Johanna. Tucson Princess now waiting for racing room. Far outside comes Clambered Hag, the 2-year-old filly, as they turn for home. Less than an 8th, and down the stretch, and Clambered Hag on the outside. This 2-year-old filly handles this field with ease. It's Clambered Hag in front. Show Me Love was 2nd. Tucson Princess 3rd. First race now official. First race, $2 perfecta, 7-1, $18 even, $18. The $2 trifecta, 7-1-2, $149 even, $149. Stepping trackside into the winner's circle, winner of the first, number 7, Clambered Hag. She a 2-year-old, just a rookie. Sired by the world champion Beach Towel for the Big Towner mare. No You Don't, owned by Augie Blevins of Springfield. Alan Regal trains, Jeff Out drives. Clambered Hag makes her very first career start here this evening and makes the best of it in record time, 1:57 and 2/5. Tonight's first race trophy by the Red Star Lodge, 205. Pacers on the track for race number 2, second race. Fillies and mares 5-year-olds and under, racing 1 mile, purse $2,400. Field of 10, no changes, not 10 minutes until post time, 10 minutes. Number 1, Sleepy Time Girl, owned by Ron Patrick of Carey. Rhonda Patrick trains, Donovan Jr. drives. The 2, Barnyard Girl, owned by Jolene Kelly and Richard Kelly Jr. of Ohio. Richard Kelly Jr. trains, Jeff Smith drives. Number 3, Sweet Bee, owned by Chester Wald of Delaware. Jim Daly, the trainer, Brett Holland. 4 is Katie Smith, owned by the Hall Investment Company of Logan. Dick Brandt, the trainer, Dave Myers. 5, Midnight Fame, owned by Stan Malott of Xenia. Travis Redden, the trainer for Randy Tharps. From post 6, Lumbering, owned by the ACA Stable of Wilmington. Jeff Daly trains and drives. 7, Pocket Edition, leased and trained by Sherry Myers of South Charleston. Dan Adira. The 8, Tucson Hill, owned by John Landon of Milford Center and Earl Davenport. Earl Davenport trains, Del Miller drives. The 9, Romian, owned by Fred Bates, Montpelier, Dave Rankin of Thornville. Dave Rankin, the trainer-driver. And the 10 horse Janelle's Bay Girl, owned by Marjorie and Earl Gibbs of Jamestown. Gary Green trains. Jeff Fout is in the sulky. Win play show on the backstretch. There they go. Into the off, and it's Sleepy Time Girl from the inside. First for the lead alongside a second, Barnyard Girl. Katie Smith showing some early pace third. Sweet Bee from between horses racing a fourth. Slipping through 5, Junella's Bay Girl. Early 6th is Midnight Fame. It's a gap of 3 lengths. 7th to Lumbering. Angling in 8th, Pocket Edition. To the outside, 9th to Sana Hill. Romian is the trailer. Approaching the first quarter, Katie Smith with the lead on the inside and second. Sleepy Time Girl, the opening panel reached in 28 seconds. On the inside and racing a 3. It's Barnyard Girl at the rail in 4th. Junella's Bay Girl. 5 of the inside, Sweet Bee. And along the rail 6th is Midnight Fame. Now the first to move is Lumbering. Pocket Edition tags that cover quickly. Comes to the outside. She's racing 8th. It's a gap of 3 lengths to Tucson Hill. Romian is the trailer 10th. Near the half and on the front with the lead. It's the 3-1 Katie Smith. She leads here a length and a half. Halfway's home, 59-3. And Lumbering is now powering to the outside. She's now second and they're pressuring the leader. At the rail, Sleepy Time Girl is racing a third. Pocket Edition continues to flow with cover to the outside fourth. Barnyard Girl is fifth. To Sana Hill to the outer flow is sixth. And now she makes a 3-wide move here. And right behind her comes Romy Ann as the field begins to tighten up here. On the outside, Lumbering has put a nose in front of Katie Smith. To Sana Hill, 3 wide, 3/4, 129-1. Around the final turn and on the front between horses. And leading the way, it's Lumbering, but far outside, a 30-1 to Sana Hill is within striking distance. Katie Smith is holding firm on the inside as she comes back to retake that lead. Sleepy Time Girl down to the inside, moving through the stretch, and it's Katie Smith for the lead. Sleepy Time Girl on the inside. Barnyard Girl slicing between them. It's Sleepy Time Girl in front. It'll be tight for place. Introducing the official winner of the second race, the 1-horse Sleepy Time Girl. Sleepy Time Girl, a 3-year-old daughter of Sandman Hanover from the General Star mare, JR's Fantasy. Held by Ron Patrick of Carey. Rhonda Patrick trains nicely, handled tonight by Donovan Jr. Second win of the season for the 3-year-old filly. That only a 1/5 of a second off her career best. 1:57 4/5. Tonight's second race trophy presentation by the John Volker Company. Fillies and mares racing 1 mile, purse of $3,500 in the third leg of the series. Field of 10, there are no changes. 9 minutes remain to post time. The 1 is Goodnight Sweetheart, then trained and driven by Michael Reardon of Delaware. Number 2, Great Tucson, over the Band Boys stable of Richwood. Terry Holton trains for Donovan Jr. 3, Buena Park, owned by Keith Noble of Dublin. Rocky Stidham trains. Brent Holland drives. The 4, Winsome's Garrett, owned by Don Bullen Jr. of Marengo. Don Bullen the second trains. Charles Smith Jr. drives. 5, Side Court, But Chuck Grubbs, Brett Schwartz, and Brad Hanners of Ohio. Chuck Grubbs, the trainer. Brad Hanners, the driver. The 6 Beboppin', owned by Jim Underwood of Grove City. Fred Winstead Jr. trains for Randy Tharps. 7 Come On Cookie, owned by Suzanne Norflos of Pompano Beach. Todd Christie trains for Jeff Fouch. The 8 Noble DJ, owned by Richard Jennings, Ken and Gary Alexander. Gary Alexander trains for Mike Wilder. Number 9, Lace and Jade, owned by Clarence DeLong of Grove City. Lloyd Hawk, the trainer. Dave Miller in the bike. And the 10 Boardwalk Jogger, owned by Shingledecker and Revelio of Ohio. Randy Owens, the trainer. Eric Ledford in the sulky. Win Play Show perfect. On the backstretch, there they go. And they're off, and first away, it's the 5 Sidecourt as she sprints clear for the lead from the outside. Come On Cookie getting away second towards the inside. Great Tucson third. Goodnight Sweetheart from off the bit is fourth. Lace and Jade came away fifth. Angling in sixth is Bonaparte. Early seventh is Boardwalk Jogger to the inside. Eighth, Winsome's Garrett. Then it's a gap of 3 lengths. Ninth, the Beboppin', the trailer 10th. Noble DJ, they're at the first quarter-mile marker, the opening panel in a 27 1/5. And on the front here, it's Sidecourt by 2. Great Tucson to the inside, racing is second. Come On Cookie gapping slightly third. Lace and Jade is left uncovered as now she makes a serious bid for the lead here. And Lace and Jade is powering on the outside. She'll take the lead quickly from Sidecourt. Bonaparte is right behind her, racing third. Great Tucson to the inside is fourth. Boardwalk Jogger to the outer flow is fifth. Come On Cookie, shuffle back sixth now. To the outside, seventh is Winsome's Garrett. Past the half, 57 4. Lace and Jade pushed along here by Bonaparte, who's right there and pressuring the leader. Sidecourt at the rail, keeps the gap closed third. To the outside fourth, the Boardwalk Jogger, but she's about 3 lengths off her cover. And directly behind her now comes Winsome's Garrett. Great Tucson has shuffled back. And to the outside, here comes Beboppin' now as they begin to bunch up. They race into the final turn. Lace and Jade by a neck. 3/4, 126 2. Around the final turn, and Lace and Jade is a game leader. But right there, Bonaparte is stalking the leader second, and Boardwalk Jogger poised to strike 3 wide. Sidecourt is locked in tight. Here comes Beboppin'. Now less than an eighth of a mile to go, and down the stretch they come, and Bonaparte has taken the lead. Lace and Jade to the inside. Down low comes Sidecourt. And from far back, here comes Beboppin', but it's Bonaparte at the wire. It'll be tight for place and show. Trackside, the official winner, number 3, Bonaparte, 5-year-old daughter of Falcon Sealster from the Albatross mare, thankfully. Over Mr. Keith Noble of Dublin, Rocky Stidham trains. Brent Holland is in the sulky. First win of the season for the 5-year-old mare. That only 2/5 of a second off her career best. Tonight's mile 156 and 2/5. The third race, Perfecta 310, paying $457.20, $457.20. The Superfecta combination 310.59, $3,935.60. This evening's fourth race is the first division, the first leg of Ohio Sires for 2-year-old Philly Pacers. Racing 1 mile, a purse of $15,000. From off the rail, a daughter of chairman of the board, Vicky Lake, Larry Holland, Lloyd Harvath, and Lee Glotzback. Barry Armstrong is the trainer. Dave Lake driving the 1, Sensational Royale. Next is a Falcon Elmhurst fillet, owned by Danny Perdue Scott and Conrad Boer of Ohio. Dan Perdue training. With a mark of 159 3, Eric Ledford driving the 2-horse, Face the Facts. Next is a Bay Daughter from the first crop sire of Nuclear Siren, owned by Norman Miller of Ashley and Gil Harris of Powell. Michael Hughes trains. Dave Myers driving. With a mark of 2 minutes and 1, the 3, Sweet and Tart. Next is a brown daughter of Nobleland, Sam, owned by Don and Carol Lehman of Columbus. Leo Groves, the trainer, making only her 3rd career start, coming off a qualifier. Mike Wilder driving the 4, Perfect Model. Next, a Bay Daughter of Tucson, Hanover, owned by Earl Bowman of Medina, Ohio. Earl Bowman is also the trainer. She comes off A start at Northfield Park with a mark of 2:01.4. Joe Essick Jr. driving the 5 Samillion. Next is a daughter of chairman of the board, owned by Ellen. Mike Havens of Asheville, Ohio. Jim Arledge Jr., the trainer, making her 5th career start. Dave Miller driving the 6, Ellen's pick. A black daughter of Noble and Sam, owned by the Acadia Farms of Poland, Ohio. Bill Irvin is the trainer and the driver. Coming in from a qualifier at Northfield Park, she is undefeated, winning a baby race earlier this year. From post 7, it's Tikozy. A daughter of Noble and Sam, owned by Gerald Goldberg of Pepper Pike, Ohio. Gary Martin, the trainer. Brent Holland, the driver. A mark of 2:02.3. In from the Meadows, the 8, Missy America. And from the outside, a daughter of Tanner's Big Guy, owned by Ken Charles of Valley City. Ken Charles trains, Jeff out driving. Sporting a mark of 2 minutes and 3/5. Number 9, Tanner's Real Lady. Now, folks, that 9-horse Tanner's Real Lady, please disregard all the statistics on the right side. That, of course, is not correct. They're on the back stretch. There they go. And they're off. And from the inside, Face the Facts. Sprinting quickly for the lead. Perfect Model alongside his 2nd, Sensational Royale from off the rail. Far outside, Tanner's Real Lady is showing some early speed here, racing for it. At the bit in 5, Sweet and Tart. Along the bit in 6, it's Samillion on the inside in 7th. Ellen's Pick. Next in line, Tikozy, the trailer, racing 9th, Missy America. Reaching the first quarter-mile marker, the opening panel, 26-4. Moving right along here, Face the Facts with the lead on the inside. A tight 2nd is Perfect Model. At the wheel in 3, Sensational Royale. Racing 4th, Tanner's Real Lady, as Fouch has a stranglehold on her, looking to keep her content. Sweet and Tart is racing a 5th and looking to flush cover. Now flushing cover comes Ellen's Pick. Smartly saving ground on the inside, Missy America promptly moving up the rail as they approach the half. Then on the front with the lead, it's Face the Facts. Here comes Tanner's Real Lady now rushing to the outside to pressure the half in 58-4. They move to the back stretch and Face the Facts getting a nice breather there in the 2nd quarter. She leads by 2. Tanner's Real Lady to the outside is racing a 2nd. At the rail, 3, Perfect Model to the outside, moving first up 4th. Comes Sweet and Tart. Right behind him is Ellen's Pick. Shuffle back at the rail. Sensational Royale is now looking desperately for racing room. To the outside comes Tikozy. But into the final turn, it's all Face the Facts. She's led the entire mile, 3/4, 1:28.1. And Face the Facts now opens up a bit here, opens up 2.5, 3 lengths. At the rail, 2nd is Tanner's Real Lady, and Sweet and Tart is right there. Ellen's Pick at the rail is 4th, with less than 1/8 of a mile to go, and down the stretch they come. Face the Facts on cruise here as she handles this field with ease. The battle here is for place and to show, but it's Face the Facts coasting home. A 4-way photo here for place. On to the mile, 1:57.3. Ladies and gentlemen, stumping trackside into the winner's circle, the unofficial winner, the first leg, first division. 2 filly pace, number 2, Face the Facts. Daughter of Falcon Elmhurst from the direct scooter mare Plain Facts, owned by Dan Perdue and Scott and Conrad Boer of Ohio. Dan Perdue trains, Eric Ledford drives. Her 5th career start, her 2nd career win in record time. Quite comfortably tonight, 1:57.3, leading the entire mile. Now trackside to make that trophy presentation from WBNS Sports Radio, Paul Ballinger and Holly Brenninger. Also, Nick Popa. Finishing second, number 3, Sweet and Tart. 3rd, number 6, Ellen's Pick. 4th is now official. The management and staff here at Scioto Downs, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Mr. Tom White for all the time and effort that he's put into harness racing action here at Scioto Downs. Mr. White will be moving on to Lexington, and he'll be working for the editorial department, rather the advertising department in the Horseman and Fair world. Mr. White has spent a lot of time and and energy and in harness racing action here in Ohio has done a super job, and will certainly miss Mr. White. I'd like to thank him again and wish him the best of luck. Number 1, a little later, owned by Jim Hackett of Worthington and Kruger of Westerville. Chad Norman trains, Jeff out drives. Number 2, Thrifty Roseanne, owned by Jim Chiliff and Mike Van Ontreve of Dayton. Rick Heitman, the trainer driver. Number 3, Little Lobe, owned by Steve Panagiopoulos of Columbus. Chuck Grubbs is the trainer. Brad Hanner is up. The 4, Encore Lady, owned by James Dean of Springfield and Pamela Dean of Dublin. Jim Dean, the trainer. Hugh Beatty Jr. drives. The 5, Demas, owned and trained by John Perrin. Donovan Jr. up. From post 6, Sweet Iris, owned by Iris Harwitz. Tim Rucker trains. Debbie Rucker drives. Number 7, Cindy Marie Tupp, owned by Thomas Huzar of Oshawa, Ontario. Jim Daly trains. Jack Daly up. Number 8, Jazzy Jackie Ann, owned by Mark Klotz of Circleville and Jeanette Dower of Gahanna. Dave Klotz, the trainer. Mark Klotz aboard. From post 9, Halcyon's Prelude, owned and trained by Rex Bode of Thornville. Dell Miller in the bike. And number 10, Price of Fame, owned by Julian Morris of Deshler. Richard Morris, the trainer. Jim Shelton is in the sulky. Winners and mares on behind the gate. They're on the backstretch. There they go. And they're off, and it's Encore Lady from mid-track. First for the lead, Jazzy Jackie Ann. From the outside, outsteps her. Jazzy Jackie Ann sent to the front. Encore Lady to the inside, now racing a second. Little Lobe gets away third. Thrifty Roseanne at the wheel is fourth. Off the wheel 5, a little later. Gapping at 3 lengths, 6th, Demas. For the back racing is 7th, Price of Fame. At the wheel 8th, Sweet Iris. 2 lengths, 9th is Cindy Marie Tupp. The trailer 10th is Halcyon's Prelude. They're at the first quarter, quick 27-1, and it's Jazzy Jackie Ann with the lead, but on the outside, here comes Little Lobe now, and Little Lobe makes a bid for the lead. She takes that lead away from Jazzy Jackie Ann. Encore Lady is now third at the rail. Thrifty Roseanne on the inside is fourth. A little later racing fifth. It's another 3 lengths, 6th to Demas, and Price of Fame coming first up at the outside. She'll flush cover, but can't keep up with that cover. Sweet Iris driving up into the pocket promptly as they approach the halfway point. 57-4. They make the turn to the backside, and it's Little Lobe with the lead here by 2. Jazzy Jackie Ann is second. A little later to the outside is third. Encore Lady fourth. Racing down the backstretch, and fifth on the outside comes Demas. At the wheel in 6th, it's Thrifty Rose, and then comes Price of Fame, and here comes Cindy Marie Tupp, 3 wide of the outside as they race into that final turn. And on the inside, Little Lobe, and alongside is a little later. 3/4, 1:26-2. Jazzy Jackie Ann is right behind the battling duo, and she's waiting for racing room as they move to the top of the stretch now. Less than 1/8 of a mile to go, and down the stretch they come to the inside. It's Little Lobe outside a little later, and here comes Jazzy Jackie Ann now as they move into deep stretch. A little later has taken the lead. Jazzy Jackie Ann to the outside is second. Demas getting up for third. The mile 1:56-2. Fifth race now official. And trackside is the winner, the one a little later. 5-year-old daughter of Nihilator from the race time mare Lady Again Laura. Held by Jim Hackett of Worthington and Kruger of Westerville. Chad Norman trains Jeff out in the sulky. Her first win of the season in her 4th start, pacing the mile 1:56 and 2/5. For driver Jeff out, 2 wins this evening. That gives him a driving double. The night's 5th race, Perfecto, 1/8, $53 even, $53. The twin try, 185, paying $74.30, $74.30. This evening's 6th race, the 2nd division for 2-year-old filly pacers in the first leg of Ohio Sires. Racing 1 mile, a purse of $15,000, a field of 9. From off the rail, a bay daughter of chairman of the board up at the Palpex Stables of Ottawa, Ohio, Dave Stratton, the trainer. There is a driver's change here to Jeff Fout. Jeff Fout. She comes off a qualifier with a mark of 2:04 and 2. The one is Giddy Up Choco. Next is a daughter of Towner's Big Guy, owned by Keith Ross, Bill Fountain, and the Standards Duck Farms of Lima. Marty Willem is the trainer, Dave Miller, the driver, with a mark of 2:01 at the Meadows. The 2 is Waverly Sombra. Next is a brown daughter of Rocky Bogart, owned by Vallis Winters of Alliance. Jim Kiesel trains. Joe Essig Jr. drives. Coming in from Northfield Park, making her 7th career start, number 3, Tide Tubba. A daughter of Tucson, Hanover, owned by the Magic Touch Incorporated of Georgia and Brian Robbins. And Richard Crown of Ohio, Don Boroff trains. Brent Holland drives. With a mark of 2:02 and 4, the 4 is Sea Spray. Next is another daughter of Towner's Big Guy, owned by Summers, Pickering, Tinnins, North Flossa, Pompano Beach. Dave Abbott, the trainer. Brad Handers drives. Her 4th career start. Number 5, Come On Big Girl. Next is a Tucson Hanover filly, owned by Scott Davis of Bell Valley, Ohio. Kurt Sugg trains and drives. She comes in from Lexington in her 4th career start. The 6 is Tucson Sparkle. The next is a Nobleland Sam filly, owned by Donna Lynn Malone of Waterford. Guy Malone, the trainer. Mike Wilder driving, making her 1st career start in Ohio Sires here this evening. Off 3 qualifiers, the 7 is Noble Decision. The next is another daughter of Rocky Bogart, owned by Philip Baldoff, Martin Yoder, and Angela Oliverio of Ohio. John Oliverio is the trainer. Donovan Jr. in the bike. She comes in undefeated. She's 2 of 2, sporting a sporty mile, 1:58 and 3 at Northfield Park. The 8 is Rocky Surf. And from the outside, a daughter of Towner's Big Guy, owned by Mark Bardo of Brantford. Dan Purdue trains. Eric Luntford drives. With a mark of 1:59 and 3 here at Scioto Downs in a baby race coming off Grand Circuit Racing. Earnings of over $5,900. The 9, Peekaboo Sage. There's your field for the 6th. The Pacers lining up, moving in. On the backstretch, there they go. And they're off, and it's Sea Spray sprinting quickly for the lead from the inside. Waverly Sombra getting away 2nd. Far outside, Rocky Surf is sent 3rd. From off the rail, 4th, Giddy Up Choco. Outside 5, Peekaboo Sage. At the rail in 6th, Tide Tubba. 3 lengths 7th to Tucson Sparkle along the rail in 8th. So around the upper turn, Come On Big Girl. Trailing 9th is Noble Decision. At the 1st quarter mile mark of the opening panel, 27 and 2. And Waverly Sombra with the lead now. Peekaboo Sage has been parked the entire 1st quarter. She now surges for the lead, and Peekaboo Sage clears and takes command. Waverly Sombra with the garden spot trip now 2nd. Sea Spray getting a perfect trip at the rail 3. Rocky Surf resting 4th. Giddy Up Choco next to line 5. 6th on the inside, Tide Tubba to the outside and racing 7th now. Here comes Come On Big Girl. They're at the half. 58 and 2, and to the outside, Rocky Surf. Irvine has pulled the pocket with her and Rocky Surf. Moving quickly to the front here. Peekaboo Sage to the inside is now 2nd. Waverly Sombra back 3rd. Left uncovered 4th. Giddy Up Choco at the red and 5 is Sea Spray. Now 3 wide. Here comes Come On Big Girl. Down the back stretch they go, and on the front for the lead, it's Rocky Surf. But on the outside, Come On Big Girl. 13 to 1 is now there, pressuring a 2nd. 3 quarters, 1:27 and 3 around the final turn, and it's Rocky Surf with the lead. Inside now 2nd, Peekaboo Sage, and now Come On Big Girl out of gas here. She begins to tire Waverly. Sombra sneaks up the rail to the top of the stretch. Less than 1/8 of a mile to go, and down the stretch they come. Rocky Surf for the lead. Here comes Peekaboo Sage to the outside. Down to the inside, Waverly Sombra. Moving into deep stretch, it's Rocky Surf, a game leader here. Peekaboo Sage is 2nd. Waverly Sombra 3rd in 1:57 and 2. Sixth race, now official. Ladies and gentlemen, trackside is the official winner, the second division first leg of Ohio Sires. Number 8, Rocky Surf. Bay daughter of Rocky Bogart from the High Ideal mare, Surf's Up, by Philip Baldoff. Martin Yoder and Angela Oliverio of Ohio. John Oliverio is the trainer. Donovan Jr. in the sulky. Rocky Surf remaining undefeated here. She's now 3 of 3 in her young racing career. Earning a mark this evening. Fastest of the first two divisions, 1:57.2. For driver Donovan Jr., his second win this evening. Giving the second leading driver here at Scioto Downs a driving double. Order finish, the one Giddy Up Chaco 8. And mares are moving postward. Race number 7, a condition pace. Racing 1 mile, a purse of $3,000. Field of 10, there are no changes. Post time in 10 minutes. Number 1, Ann McFaney, owned and trained by Bob Colley of Ashley. Brad Henners drives. The 2, Fiery Dragon, owned by Joanne Perry of Hawkinsville, Georgia. Jim Perry trains Jim Perry Jr. 3, Kells of Gold, owned by Edwin Lean of Kettering. Mary Coven trains Sam Coven driving. Four, Longable, owned by Dick Elwood of Lancaster. Rick Hartman, the trainer Dave Miller. The 5, Come On Two-Step, owned by Alfred Malanga of North Royalton and Philip Baldoff of Akron. John Lavario's the trainer. Donovan Jr. driving. The 6, so exciting. Owned by Daryl Sherman of Elmore. Kent Sherman trains with Brent Holland. The 7, Linda Linnell, owned by Charles Blankenship of Asheville. Leonard Applin, the trainer Hugh Beatty Jr. From post 8, Not on Sunday, owned by John and Don Turner and Alvin Parks of West Virginia. Dan Ader, the trainer driver. The 9, Demar's Jessica, owned by Mark Perrin of Middletown and David Ram of Lebanon. Joe Essig trained. Joe Essig Jr. in the bike. And from post 10 is Maggie Cochran, owned and trained by Johnson Hill Jr. of Centerville. Randy Tharps in the sulky. Win Play Show trifecta. Fillies and mares lined up and moving in. On the backstretch, there they go. And they're off, and from the outside with a quick move, there goes Come On Two-Step. Alongside and racing is second is Longable. From the outside, Demar's Jessica centerly. Towards the inside, it's Kells of Gold. At the inside, racing 5, Fiery Dragon. 3 lengths 6th, Ann McFaney to the inside, racing as 7th. Maggie Cochran, Not on Sunday, gets away 8th. So Exciting is 9th, the early trailer 10th. Linda Linnell, they're at the first quarter mile marker, opening panel in 27-3. On the front with the lead, it's Come On Two-Step, leading here a length and a half. Longable on the inside, the Garden Spot Trip second. Kells of Gold is next in line, followed by Demar's Jessica 4th. Fiery Dragon gapping slightly 5th. She's now flushed first up by Not on Sunday. And McFaney drives up into the pocket. To the outer flow comes So Exciting. 9th on the inside is Maggie Cochran. To the outside, Linda Linnell trails. They're at the half. Come On Two-Step with a lead by 2. Half and 58-3. Around the turn and down the back stretch. And on the front with the lead. Come On Two-Step. Longable, a perfect trip on the inside, directly behind the leader. Kells of Gold at the wheel is 3rd, but now moving quickly to the outside. Here comes Fiery Dragon as Fiery Dragon picks off the field one by one. Not on Sunday. He is drafting along with covered 5th. To the outside is 6th. So Exciting. 3 quarters, 1:27-4. Around the final turn, and it's still Come On Two-Step. Comfortable leader here by 2, 2.5. Longable the inside. Kells of Gold is 3rd. Damar Jessica angled to the outside as she makes her bid. Now less than an 8th. And down the stretch they come. Come On Two-Step with the lead. Longable can't take her. The battle here is for show. It's all, come on, two-step, gate to wire. Loggable second, Damar's Jessica up for third. 6-year-old daughter of Waltz in Hanover from the No Nukes mare, Tranquil two-step, owned by Alfred Malaga of North Royalton and Philip Wolnoff of Akron. John Oliverio is the trainer. Donovan Jr. in the sulky. Coming in for the Meadows, her third win of the season. Fastest win of the season, 1:55.4. For trainer John Oliverio, it's a back-to-back win to give him a winning double tonight. And for driver Donovan Jr., second leading driver here at Scioto Downs. Got the third leading driver here at Scioto Downs. It's a driving triple tonight. Driving triple for Donovan Jr. Introducing the horses, race number 8, this evening's 8th race, the third and final division for 2-year-old filly pacers in the first leg of Ohio Sires. Racing 1 mile, purse of $15,000. A field of 9 going postward of the 1 is a daughter of Towner's Big Guy, owned and trained by John Burks of Tiffin. She makes her first career start here this evening in Ohio Sires. Del Miller driving Topaz Sombra. Next is a daughter of the jug-winning B.J. Scoot, held by Vicky Lake of Michigan, Larry Holland and Lloyd Harvath, Florida, Barry Armstrong, the trainer. Coming in from Grand Circuit Racing here at Scioto Downs with a mark of 2:01.1, Dave Lake driving Courageous Becky. Next is a daughter of Falcon Almahurst, owned by the Ellicott Shaker Motors of Beechwood, Ohio, Randy Ward, the trainer. Brent Holland driving. Making her 5th career start this evening off a winning qualifier of 2:03.2. Brent Holland driving the 3, Libby's Falcon. Next, a daughter of Nobleland Sam, owned by Shirley and Janet Bay, and Martin and Shelley Pauley of Ohio. Ron Potter is the trainer. Making her first pari-mutuel start here this evening. Dave Miller driving the 4, Noble Marty. Next is a daughter of Rocky Bogart, owned by Tanya and Ted Parker of Elyria, Ohio. Joe Essig, the trainer. Sporting a mark of 1:59.2 at a qualifier at Hoosier Park. Making her first career start this evening, Joe Essig Jr. driving Barbecue Bogart. Next is a Sandman Hanover filly, owned by Sherry and Stanley Cox out of our Ohio. Scott Cox, the trainer driver. Making her second career start, her first pari-mutuel start. Number 6 is Strawberry Shrake. Next, a daughter of Tucson, Hanover, owned by Magic Touch and Earl Ricks of Hawkinsville, Georgia. Don Boroff is the trainer with a mark of 2 minutes. She's undefeated. She's 3 of 3. Donovan Jr. driving, still going. Next, a daughter of Tanner's Big Guy, owned by Richard Worley of Englewood. Dan Purdue, the trainer, with a mark of 1:59 here at Scioto Downs. Number 8 is Pumpy Sombra and Eric Ledford. And from the outside comes a daughter of Sandman Hanover, owned by Renee Krusty of Columbia Station, Ohio. Renee Krusty is the trainer, with a mark of 2:05.1 at Northfield Park. From post 9, it's Sandman's Impact and Robin Miller. There's your field for the 3rd Division 2-year-old filly pacers. Moving in. On the backstretch, there they go. And they're off, and from the outside, and we have a loose horse early here. On the outside, it's the 7 still going. First for the lead on the inside and racing a second. It's Barbecue Bogart. At the middle and racing a 3, Libby's Falcon. On the outside and racing a 4th is Sandman's Impact. At the middle and 5 is Noble Marty. On the middle and 6th, Pumpy Sabra. Racing a 7th, Strawberry Shrake. Around the first turn, they reach the first quarter-mile marker, opening panel in 28-1. And on the front with the lead as they come through the stretch, it's still going. Now, drivers, you have a loose horse in the infield. Drivers, if you can hear me, you have a loose horse in the infield. Please use extreme caution as you go down the back stretch. Still going, still leading here on the inside and second, Barbecue Bogart. Pepe Sauber off top early, but is now moving to the outside to 3rd. Directly behind her 4th is Strawberry Shrake. At the wheel in 5, Libby's Falcon. They're at the half in 59-1. Around the turn and down the back stretch. And on the front, still leading the way here. It's still going. Out of the outside, racing a second as they race down the backside. It's Pepe Sabra. At the wheel and racing a third. Barbecue Bogart. At the wheel in 4th is Libby's Falcon. 5th and Park Strawberry Shrake between horses. 6th is Noble Marty. At the wheel 7th, Sandman's Impact. 3/4 in 1:28-3. Moving it through the final turn and on the front, it's still going and still going, has that lead. Now drivers, if you can hear me, please listen. You have a horse coming directly at you, drivers. A horse coming directly at you, drivers. A horse coming directly at you here. A horse coming directly at you. Be careful. Everybody moves by safely. Barbecue Bogart getting up here to win it. And the time, of course, is unofficial. Ninth race condition pacers are on the track and prettying to the post, racing 1 mile, purse $4,000. Field of 9, they're on no changes, 10 minutes until post time. The 1, Always Be Happy, owned by Jason Ash of Dublin. Mike Reardon trains, Jeff Fout drives. Number 2, Waiting for You, owned by the Hall Investment Company of Logan. Dick Brandt, the trainer, with Dave Myers. Number 3, Peachy Pie, owned by Don Huddleston of Chillicothe. Jerry Kushbach trains for Eric Lunford. The 4, Landspan, owned by Terry Gillen of Massillon. Jeff Cox, the trainer, Dave Miller up. 5 is Jet Diamond, owned by Marlon Nixon. Lanny Merriman trains, Brent Holland drives. The 6, Sassy Pants, owned by the Springhaven Farms of Utica. Delvin Criswell trains for Dan Ader. 7, Gift, owned by Pacey Millen and Ken Cohen and Glenn Gross of Pennsylvania and Ohio. Mary Coven trains with Randy Tharps. The 8 is Just Plain Fancy, owned by Ingan Nimzicki of Sardinia. Lunzig Nimzicki trains and drives. From post 9, Eavesdrop, then trained by Ira Kreitzer, West Alexandria. Mike Wilder is in the sulky. Win, play, show, perfecta, and trifecta wagering. 9 minutes until post time. 9 minutes. On the backstretch, there they go. Hand of the off, and it's Landspan, wasting no time to take the lead. Always Be Happy to the inside, getting away second. Jet Diamond from the outside fires third. At the rail in 4th, Waiting for You, angling in 5, Peachy Pie. She's followed 6th by Sassy Pant, another 2-length 7th, Gift. At the 8th, Just Plain Fancy, Eavesdrop, the early trailer. Around the first turn and on the outside, Jet Diamond looking to take the lead away from Landspan. At the rail, Always Be Happy, racing third, the opening quarter, 27-3. Down to the stretch and on the front here, Jet Diamond controlling the pace. Landespan to the inside is racing second. Always Be Happy third, and here comes Peachy Pie. And Ludford pulls the pocket with Peachy Pie, and they explode out of the pocket. Rush quickly to the outside to match strides with the leader, and Peachy Pie powers to the front end here as they reach the half. Peachy Pie now the leader, half in 57 and 2. Jet Diamond to the inside, caught by surprise, settles in second. Always Be Happy, who had cover, now losing that cover. She's first up in third. At the rail in fourth is Landispan. Inside racing at 5 is Waiting for You. At the rail in sixth comes Sassy Pants. To the outside in seventh, Gift. Down the back stretch, and Peachy Pie being pressured by Always Be Happy. At the rail and racing at 3, Jet Diamond 3/4, 1:25 and 2. Around the final turn, and Peachy Pie by 2 lengths. Jet Diamond the closest challenger. At the rail, Landspan Waiting for You slipping up the rail. Less than an eighth of a mile to go, and down the stretch they come, and it's Peachy Pie with the lead. Jet Diamond down to the inside, and down to the inside comes Landspan with a quick burst. Peachy Pie fighting him off gamely here. Peachy Pie by 2. Jet Diamond second. Waiting for You gets up for third in 1:54 flat. Ninth race now official. Trackside, the official winner, number 3, Peachy Pie, a 4-year-old Ohio-bred daughter of jug-winning B.J. Scoot for the Bakerfield mare, Radiate. Homebred, owned by Don Huddleston of Chillicothe, Ohio. Jerry Kuchbach, the trainer. Eric Ledford in the sulky. Peachy Pie recording her second win of the season. And tonight, a career mark for her. Very impressive. 1:54 flat. For driver Eric Ledford, 2 wins this evening. That gives him a driving double. Tenth race, Pacing Fillies and Mares are on the track and parading to the post. Racing a mile, a purse of $4,000. Field of 8, the 9 horse is out sick. Number 1, RC Fury, owned by Robert Watson. Mark Ligotti and Craig Hegstrom of Michigan and Ohio. Jeff Cox trains, Dave Miller drives. Number 2, likewise, I'm sure, laced by Rebecca Green of Cedarville. Gary Green trains for Jeff Out. 3, Sassy Abu, owned by Mary Wolf, Kim Godfrey and Larry Cooter of Ohio. Larry Cooter trains with Mike Wilder. Number 4, Flying Like a Star, laced and trained by Tom Brinkerhoff of Lockburn. Donovan Jr. The 5, Sharp Ellen, owned by Wiggins. RL and R. Rose of Xenia. T. Rose of Yellow Springs. Kevin Manley trains for Darren Mauser. The 6, Maggie Jane, owned by Ron Collier. Dan Ader, the trainer driver. 7, Purser, owned by Mark Williams of Reynoldsburg. Virgil Morgan Jr. trains. Brent Holland drives. And number 8, Trapper MD, owned by Terry Grine of Batavia. Joe Essig trains. Joe Essig Jr. is in the sulky. The backstretch, there they go. And they're off, and from the outside, it's Purser sent quickly for the lead. Towards the inside is Sassy Abu. Far outside comes Trapper MD. Off the bit in 4th, RC Fury, gapping slightly 5, likewise, I'm sure. Flying Like a Star gets away 6th on the inside, and 7th, it's Sharp Ellen. Early trail of 8th, Maggie Jane. Around the first turn, near the first quarter-mile marker, Trapper MD has taken the lead. On the outside, Purser is left uncovered 2nd. They're at the first quarter, 27 and 3. Coming through the stretch, and Purser takes the lead and neck. On the inside, Trapper MD is racing as 2nd. Sassy Abu at the wheel is 3rd. RC Fury racing 4th. 2 lengths 5. It's likewise, I'm sure. Flying Like a Star remains 6th on the inside. Sharp Ellen is next in line 7th. And the trailer is Maggie Jane. Fillies and Mares in straight alignment here as they approach the half. And on the front for the lead, it's a 14-1 shot. Purser right behind her 2nd is Trapper MD. They're at the half in 57 and 4/5. They make the turn to the backside, and at the rail 3, it's Sassy Abu. Inside racing a 4th, RC Fury. Flying Like a Star now is underway to the outside. A Silk Flush covered 5th. At the rail in 6th, likewise, I'm sure. Sharp Ellen to the outside is 7th. Field begins to tighten here as they approach the 3/4-mile marker. Purser still on the front here by 2. At the 3/4, 1:26 and 4. Around the final turn, and Purser a length and a half. On the outside, a 2nd. It's Sassy Abu. Trapper MD, a 30-1 shot is still there, but waiting for racing room. And here comes Flying Like a Star. 3 wide on the outside. Less than an eighth, and Down the stretch they come. Purser with the lead, but flying like a star. Repeating here again. Between them, it's Sassy Abu, but it's flying like a star. Irvine getting 4 tonight. Sassy Abu was second, and that'll be tight for show. 10th race official. Trackside is the winner, number 4, Flying Like a Star. 4-year-old daughter of Tucson, Hanover from the Standing O mare. Standing Star, laced and trained by Tom Brinkerhoff of Lockburn, Ohio. Nicely handled by Donovan Jr. Second win of the season for the 4-year-old Ohio bred mare. Her second consecutive at this level. Only a tick of a second off her career mark. Tonight's mile 156 flat. And for driver Donovan Jr., that's 4 wins on tonight's card. 10th race. Perfecta 4-3, $16.40, $16.40. The 4-3-6 trifecta paying $99.40, $99.40. Ladies and gentlemen, the horses are on the track and parading to the post. Race number 11, this evening's 11th race, the third leg of the Hatfield Automall Pacing Series for Invitational Pacing Fillies and Mares. Racing 1 mile, a purse of $7,500. The 6-horse has been scratched. Number 1, Speedy Be Quick, owned and trained by Dan Perdue of Greenville. Eric Lunford drives. The 2, Sweet Traditional by Jeff Cox and Walt Schopner. Jeff Cox, the trainer for Dave Miller. 3, Mattersalls, owned by FLG Partnership of Pennsylvania. Kent Sherman trains for Jody Essick Jr. The 4, Mudge's Elisa Gale, over the Martin Racing of Germantown. Virgil Morgan Jr., the trainer for Brent Holland. Number 5, HR's Gigi, owned and trained by Michael Verdon of Delaware. Brad Hanner is in the bike. The 6 is scratched. And the 7, Direct Pay, owned by Robert Henry of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Paul Johnson trains. Darren Mauser is in the sulky. Win Play Show, Perfecta Trifecta wagering. 9 minutes until post. 11th race, Invitational Pacing Fillies and Mares lining up, moving in. They're on the back stretch and approaching the start. And they're off, and Direct Pay is on a break here. Direct Pay jumps it off. And that opens the entire thing here. HR's Gigi quickly takes advantage here as she rockets to the front end. Mudge Lisa get to the inside of second. Speedy Be Quick gets away third. At the middle and 4th is Sweet Tradition. 5 of the inside, Mattersalls, and far, far back the trailer is Direct Pay. Around the first turn, even the first quarter mile marker, HR's Gigi with the lead. First quarter, 27-3. To the outside with a quick move comes Mudge's Elisa Gale. At the rail, Speedy Be Quick is third. Sweet Tradition is 4th. Mattersalls 5th, and Direct Pay out of it. Moving through the stretch, and it's Mudge's Elisa Gale with the lead here as she controls the pace. HR's Gigi to the inside is second. Sweet Tradition coming first up on the outside at 3 as they approach the half. Halfway home, and 58 moderate pace here. Mudge's Elisa Gale in full control. HR's Gigi is second. To the outside now, moving first up comes Sweet Tradition with Mattersalls right at her heels, 4th. Inside and racing a 5th is Speedy Be Quick, and the pace will quicken now as they race towards the final turn. And on the front, Mudge's Elisa Gale, still the leader, and Sweet Tradition looking to wear her down to the outside. The 3 quarters, 1:26-1. Around the final turn, and Mudge's Elisa Gale with the lead. Sweet Tradition is right there second. At the rail, HR's Gigi as they turn for home with less than an 8th, and it's Mudge's Elisa Gale. Sweet Tradition still there. HR's Gigi now tiring on the inside, but tonight it's Mudge's Elisa Gale's night as she opens up by 3-4 lengths. Mudge's Elisa Gale home free. Sweet Tradition second. Getting up for third was HR's Gigi. Time of the mile, 1:54 flat. Official winner of the third leg Invitational Handicap Pacing Series, the Hatfield Automall Pacing Series, number 4, Mudge's Elisa Gale. 6-year-old Ohio bred daughter of Good to See You from the silent majority mare Mudge's Shannon. Over the Martin Racing Incorporated of Germantown, Ohio, Virgil Morgan Jr. trains. Brent Holland is in the sulky. 8th season's victory for the 6-year-old mare. She paced that mile in 1:54 flat. for second leading driver Brent Holland. 2 wins tonight, giving him a driving double. 11. Here's the field for the 12th race. Fillies and mares condition claiming Pacers, racing 1 mile, purse $2,000. The 1 Barney Lou, owned by William Cale of Eaton, Ohio. Jackie Tigers, the trainer Dan Eder drives. Number 2, Kemen Barbie, owned by FLG Partnership of Pennsylvania. Kent Sherman trains for Dave Miller. Number 3, Shoot the Goal, owned by Roy Murphy and Kelly Gillis of Solana. Roy Murphy trains Mike Wilder. 4, Tucson Melody, owned by Thomas Hooser of Oshawa, Ontario. Jim Daly, the trainer. Drivers changed to Jack Daly. 5, Kimilo, owned by Terry Gillen and Richard Fuller of Massillon. Jeff Cox trains for Brent Holland. The 6, Ann's Magical Law, owned by Ann and Virgil Parks. Ron Stack trains and drives. 7, Amalasta, owned by Scotty Towns and Selden Ludford, the trainer. Eric Ludford. The 8, Flash Paper, have been trained by John Perrin for Donovan Jr. Number 9, French Starlight, owned and trained by Jim Casel of Litchfield. Joe Essick Jr. in the bike. And the 10 horse, Forever Never, owned by Gerald Donahue of New Hope, Pennsylvania. Chad Norman, the trainer. Jeff Fout is in the sulky. Win play show perfecta. Fillies and mares on the backstretch. There they go. End of the off, and it's Tucson Melody, the first to leave. Alongside is Kimmy Lowe. From the outside, the gray, Ann's Magical Log. Kemen Barbie getting away 4th. Off the rail 5 is Barney Lou, early 6th. As they move to the first turn, Shoot the Goal. On the middle, 7th, Forever Never. 2 lengths, 8th, Amalasta to the inside and racing 9th. Is Flash Paper, the trailer, racing at 10th. French Starlight, the opening quarter, 26-4. With the lead here, it's Tucson Melody. As she whacks this one out, to the outside comes Ann's Magical Log now. Moving early here after the brisk opening panel, Ann's Magical Log looking to take that lead. Kimmy Lowe in the pocket is racing 3. Kemen Barbie 4th. Barney Lou racing 5. Shoot the Goal up the rail 6th. Forever Never joins the outer flow 7th. Amalasta gapping badly here, some 5 lengths back to half, 57 seconds flat. Around the turn into the backside they go, and on the front with the lead. It's the 12-1 Tucson Melody. And here comes Kemen Barbie now, rushing to the outside. Kemen Barbie moving quickly, 4th, 3rd, now 2nd. Kimmy Lowe at the wheel is 3rd. And Barney Lou comes into contention 4th. Shoot the Goal continues to advance up the rail, slipping into the pocket 5. Forever Never is their 6th at the 3/4, 125-4. Around the final turn. And on the front with the lead, it's Tucson Melody. Kemen Barbie looks the leader right in the eye, and Barney Lou poised to strike 3 wide, lost 7 and 8. And down the stretch they come to the outside. Here comes Barney Lou, and Barney Lou powering to the front end. Behind her second comes Kimmy Lowe, but it's Barney Lou, but coming right back, Kemen Barbie. There's 4 of them across in 1:56-2. That will be tight on the front end. Winner number 1, Barney Lou, 4-year-old daughter of Barney Cole from the Super T-Mare Summerfest. Owned by William Cale of Eaton, Ohio. Jackie Tigers, the trainer. Dan Eder in the bike. First win of the season is a record win for this 4-year-old mare, 156-2. 1-3 Perfecta paying $260 even, $260. 1-3-2-5 Superfecta $5,000, $7.60. 50-07-60.